Dude. Excuse me, sir. Come on. You know what time it is? Jeez, man. Morning, everybody. Chad, Dawes Farms. If you couldn't tell by this thumbnail, we had a escapee last night, and it's not his fault, to be honest. We definitely need to get this thing buttoned up. Tractor's a beast for its size. I'm saying a 47 horse. For its capabilities, it's a beast. I'm not saying it's the biggest tractor. Calm down. Let's get up this hill, take them. Hey, I had to lock them in the back pasture at 1:30 last night. If you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. This is my lovely wife and I's 40 acres in Northeast Oklahoma with our 3 boys. We've been here about 100 days today. We had some fencing built by our friends Jeremiah and Isaiah and Haley at JW Welding. That gate better be closed. Okay, it is. Whew. I was gonna say, maybe it is Maximus's fault. You guys didn't know, when you put in fencing, okay, when you stretch barbed wire, or, hang on, we're gonna get kind of dicey here, or lose the bale. When you put in fencing of any kind, you've got to put in support posts along the way. And this is really, we're very tippy without a ballast on the rear, okay? I'm aware. You got to put in support fencing, because when you stretch that fence, it can literally pop the T-post out of the ground. And I would say that we definitely need one more support post. I'll show you. We'll go down there and look when I get these guys settled. We actually have one. It just wasn't wired. Like, it wasn't welded and the wire wasn't pulled through the support. So that's what's causing the issues, because when it rains, Jeremiah pulls the fence so tight that it's popping out of the ground. Like, the T-posts are literally popping out. When it pops out, cows are gonna do what cows are gonna do. And if you want to, you can imply that the cows don't have enough to eat. But trust me, they got plenty to eat. They're not trying to escape. They're just nose down. And honestly, I actually sprayed our fence line out there on the road with stuff that they do not want to eat. It ain't gonna kill them, but they don't want to eat it, and they know it's there. Woo! Fancy seeing y'all here. How did you get over here so fast? Chickens are like ninjas, man. Easy. Morning. Morning, morning, morning. All right. Maximus, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, man. Glory, no baby yet. Junebug. Stanky Frankie. So yeah, for vegetation control, I sprayed something along our fence line out there. I'll show you in a minute. Let's feed these guys, hang out with them a little bit, check on them, see who's gonna have a baby, if anybody's closer to having a baby, and then we'll get the fence sorted. That was quick, fast, and in a hurry there. Hi, young lady. Hi. Gypsy. Cowboy. What's up, buddy? Let's hear it. What you got for me? Come on. You can do it, man. Come on. What? You gotta be kidding me, man. He'll do it as soon as I walk away and the camera's not on him. Told ya. Sonny, give me a minute. Now, Glory. Wait, who is that? Nellie? Hang on a minute. Woo. Look at the little baby. Oh, he's doing what his daddy does. Get it, buddy. Hang on. I got my pallet forks, not my hay forks. Hang on a minute. Looking good, Fiona. Looking good. Look at the little donkeys. What's up, buddy? Man, look at his face. You're so pretty. Hi, honey. What are you doing? CJ, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I know. Normally you guys don't have to worry about this crust, but just eat around it. I had my pallet forks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't eat it. Push it down. Push it on the ground so that it makes more grass. They won't eat it, trust me. Not worried about it. All right, there we go. She'll get in there and push it down. So, not that I need to convince any of the haters, but sometimes I like addressing them, and sometimes people feel like I shouldn't have given them the time of day, but sometimes they need to be learned. We're spreading grass all day, all the time, always spreading grass. That's all I'm trying to do. And taking down trees, taking a bunch down out here, thinning them out, building these pastures. But when a fence opens up, like it does, when it pops out of the ground, when they've got a bale down at the front end by the gate, which is why they were down there, and they've got cubes over by their water trough and the end of the other bale, you got to think of that gate or that fence popping up and those animals taking advantage and just running out the front, which it was just Maximus. I caught it immediately. But yeah, you got to think of that like leaving a gate open. I mean, they don't have it in them to go, no, Dad said stay here. They can't do it. They can't do it. But yeah, look at all this. I'm just throwing seed like crazy. Just throwing it. And the spring grass is dying, or done growing, I should say. A lot of this is just some native grasses. We're throwing fescue. I mean, guys, I'm only halfway into this pasture. The cows are way over there. And I left the pallet forks up so they can't get hurt. But there's even more where I've seeded over there. And this goes up and that way and up and that way. I know it's not rolling hills of fescue, but that's one of the perks to having longhorns. I'm not saying they don't need grass. What I'm saying is they love browsing. They love the hills. They're not lazy like an Angus. Yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from Angus, but in some places around the country, and I don't know, maybe even more, Angus need almost 2 acres per head of beef. So per Frank, now I know Frank's an Angus Highland, but one Franklin needs 2 acres in some areas of the country, sometimes more. But these longhorns just don't need it. They're a little leaner. They're made for this. I can't stress it enough, but these are the perfect cows to have on this land as we weed out trees that are gonna fall before the wind and the storms take them down. It's just what they're for. Look at that. There's a good size right there. He is bigger, or at least as big as his mom. It has officially happened. I'm gonna be honest, my cattle are fat. They're not fat right now. They were fat. I overfed them. I fed them a ton, and it doesn't hurt them. It just does make them a little bit bigger. But not being able to tell whether Tipsy's pregnant or not when she has a bag under her means she's probably overweight, because these longhorns, you're supposed to see a belly, okay? Like, they're not some big old Angus that you're not sure if she's carrying twins or quadruplets or just on the seafood diet. It's all yours. It's all good. Now that is baby fescue. And that's quite a slope, even though it doesn't look like it, so we may have lost that seed. But the nice thing is, I didn't actually seed like 20 feet off the fence. I seeded right here. So if we did get a lot of rain, which we did, it would just wash down there, and then I could just seed this again. Fiona. Lucy. Yeah, we have to back out right here. Yep, we have to back out right here because as soon as I open the gate, Badonkadonk tries to get out. So I have to back out so I can wave my forks at him so he stays over there. But what he's really trying to do is get over here. The point is, sometimes with the haters, you just got to address them. You just got to let them know that they don't know what they're talking about, and neither does their mom. And you can shake it off like Travis Kelce all you want. I prefer to hit them right in the mouth sometimes. Just let them know that they're wrong. Alright, it's been a few hours. Got some T-posts, picked up some rock. I can't believe all the rock we had on the old farm. And I just went and bought rocks. But these are gray rocks, these are a little different. No, it's gonna be really pretty. We've got some cool ideas for the, just some greenery, some shrubs. So our house is I don't know how to describe it. It's a poured foundation, but it's a slab. So they build a stem wall with cinder blocks. After they pour a footing, they put cinder blocks on that, build a wall. It's like 4 or 5 blocks high, maybe with a cap. And then they backfill it, and then they pour a slab over it, which means you don't have to use as much concrete. And that's the exact same way my parents did their house. But what that leaves you with on the high side of your foundation is exposed blocks. And it's not ugly. It actually, I mean, it's kind of good because you can always see where your foundation is. I can keep an eye on things. I can tell if it's cracking or whatever. But for us, what we want to do on the front at least is flowers, pretty stuff. That's what we want to do. So anyway, I'm actually excited about it. But that'll be in a later video. We got a bunch of blocks to stack right now. Here's where I found Maximus last night. It was a little alarming to say the least. I think it was like straight up 1 o'clock in the morning. And remember, I've got all the cows pinned up so they can't come down here and get out. But yeah, man, 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got 2 cameras. I've got cameras everywhere. But 2 cameras that alert me no matter what time of day it is went off. So I was like, okay, somebody's somewhere, so I hop up, and again, remember, I got to press the button to see what's on the camera. I don't know what's there. I just know somebody's where they're not supposed to be. And it doesn't mean it's an animal. Could be somebody that wants to frank around and find out. Thankfully, it was just Maximus, and we got him right back in. I'll show you what's going on over here. And long story short, I think we just need pipe fence from the corner to the next corner. We're working with here. I weed eat, and I just did it. I weed eat about 4 feet off of that fence, and I also sprayed this. Not with the stuff that you guys probably don't want me to use, but something still just as strong, because that's what it takes. It's not going to leach into my animals. I'm not going to be eating it. There was nothing on the other side to eat. This popped up and he felt like pushing it. And you can see they all went up and down here. He must have just got through. What could have happened is he was eating and somebody gave him a little push and he had nowhere to go but through. He definitely didn't jump over it because he would crush it. But it is what it is. I don't know, man. I think we're going to have to go with pipe from this pipe right here down to that one, because this ground is so soft. I mean, it sinks when I walk on it. And yeah, it's just, I mean, there's nothing to it. It's just wet. That's what it is. But it's the low side of the road. So I really don't stand a chance. Water that goes that way is going to go that way. But the whole road actually doesn't grade from the middle towards me. It grades from the other side towards me. But yeah, I think Jeremiah's going to have to come out here and just build us from pipe from right there to right here, and just make it solid, weld panels up, and that'll stop this for sure. So anyway, yeah, the stuff I sprayed down there is so fresh it hasn't even done anything. Like nothing's even dead yet. So let me mess with this a little bit. I'm gonna spare you guys looking at it because nobody wants to watch me pound T-posts. And whew, man, I tell you what, these come out again. We're gonna do steel pipe the whole way. Believe it or not, this trash happens when we get a lot of rain and people are just very inconsiderate driving up and down the road. They think it's hilarious to toss bottles as far as they can into the pasture. Now some of that's slowed down because I put a camera on the tree line and I call every time I see it happen. Every time. Sending pictures to the local police force. Every time it happens, I just send pictures. And I have no doubt that a few people have gotten in trouble, and I think it's hilarious. Don't litter. I drove 6.5 foot T-posts way down into the ground, like right here. This is the original one. This is the one I drove today. That's a 6.5 footer that I just drove. I just get it in there. So anyway, the spade actually, I don't know what you call it, but the triangle on the bottom of the T-post, the spade actually came off of that one. But I figure it is in the ground, so be it. But yep, I doubled it up there and then put one everywhere the fence was loose, man. We're just gonna put them in until it stays put. And I don't blame Maximus, I don't blame Jeremiah, our fence guy. It's just cows, man. My neighbor just stopped by. Keep in mind, he's got 800 acres and over 100 head of Charolais. He hays every year. The family land, the farming operation's been in their family since like the late 70s. Talking closing in on, what was it, 50, 60 years of farming. And the other day I leave and I head down the road and I get right in front of his house and one of his mama cows is sitting in the ditch eating grass. And he's got 800 acres. He's got fields where they just grow grass for hay. And his cow still on it on the other side of the fence. So, he can't even see me. Man, it's been a good little tractor. Anyway. I got nothing really new to show or talk about or whatever. I don't even know where this video is at, to be honest, because I've been fixing fence I don't want to fix for the second time now in 2 weeks, but it is how it is. Boy, I tell you what though, look at this. We've partnered with a company called Lane Shark. I am super excited about their implement coming in. It's basically a brush hog on the front of your tractor. And I don't mean to simplify it. When I say basically, I mean it like articulates, mobilates, circulates. I'm being whatever here. Yeah, you put that dude on the front of your tractor and you can drive right down here and brush hog all this. Cut it all. You can cut your lanes as high as your tractor bucket can reach. You can cut your lanes, which the power company is going to have to come out and take care of these. And I'm going to let them because I don't want them falling on my fence. All the landscaping blocks. Ray and I went and looked at landscaping blocks forever. Finally found some. We're going to build a real pretty just area around the house. So let me show you. We're not out of time yet. Hang on. So there's going to be, this is what I'm told, guys. There's going to be flowers right here. Cowboy won't be able to get down there. Yeah, I'm going to block that off, brother. Can't have dirt underneath there trying to grow flowers. And this is where we throw the chickens, our scraps. So judge me, I don't care. But yeah, I think we're going to come off right here, kind of make a swooping all the way down to here. All the way down to here. And then I think I'm going to build a real pretty, I've done it before. I'm going to build a real pretty cedar, like 4-foot high fence that just kind of goes around the HVACs here. And who knows, I may run on down the thing with landscaping. We'll see. But what I got to do now is set up some of these panels. I'm not going to do that on camera. You guys have seen panels before. You've seen alpacas get sheared before. And honestly, some of you kind of cry a little bit when the alpacas get sheared because you think that the 8-year-old son that helps the guy shear him is somehow suffocating the alpaca. But trust me, no, he's not. I got to set up some panels because Marty's on his way. And here in a few hours, he's going to shear our 3 grown alpacas. Place your bets down below how funny Gilbert's going to look when he gets sheared. It's going to be hilarious. All right, I got some things to do. I don't mean to wrap this video up. I have no idea how long it is. I just need to go in and edit, get started, get ready for when Marty gets here. And I also want to get about 2,000 pounds of rock off the tongue of my truck. With that said, I think that's it. Yep, y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces.